Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Raha Kodash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who have taught us this truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to the chosen and the elect. I'm Ariel Zabat out of the GMS Dallas camp. And I'm going to entitle this lesson here, a little quick lesson, continue to prophesy. All right. And I'm going to just go ahead and jump right into it. Let's grab 2 Peter chapter 1, starting from verse 10. And, with all the things that are going on currently, throughout the earth, politically, with Esau, the so-called white man, Babylon the Great, trying to depart from NATO, and, the war in Ukraine, they trying to silence it. And, just a whole bunch of things that's going on. They screaming for peace. But we know that these prophecies, shall speak. Okay. There will be a Jacob's trouble, the MOTB, and also World War III, which the Bible calls Armageddon. All right. So we're going to go ahead and start from 2 Peter 1 and 10, and it reads, "Wherefore, the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye should never fail." So this is the spirit that, that the chosen and elect are in, or should be in, the work has to be done, and if you prophesying, you also watching, and let's go ahead and get a precept real quick. I'm gonna grab a second address. Let's get that second address, chapter 9. And it reads, "He answered me then and said, Measure the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." Okay. And these are the times that we in right now. That's why you're seeing so many, chariot sightings, so-called UFOs, you having these earthquakes and all of these disasters, these plagues that's, starting to hit Babylon the Great and even throughout the earth, I think it was an earthquake in China, somewhere a part of China, not too long ago. Planes falling out the sky, all kinds of things, dead people being put to death, every day, by the drones in mass numbers. Okay. So, we have to continue to prophesy because, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are Hebrew Israelites, we're here for the chosen and elect, and this word must go out throughout the four corners of the earth. So, the chosen and elect can be sealed, starting with the 144,000 and the great multitude. Okay. So prophecy is very important. We have to continue, to watch as things play out and go out and preach the word, day in and day out. So this is the work we're doing, whether it's through the videos, brothers doing videos, being brotherly toward one another, or out there on the corners, in the highways and byways, preaching this truth, this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. All right. And let's go ahead and grab, I believe it's Ecclesiasticus. Let's grab that. Ecclesiasticus 39 and verse 1. And it reads, "But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies." And, there's just, too much going on right now for, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans not to be, taking heed to the word that's going out through the men of the Lord. All right. And, this devil, Esau, Edom, and these heathen nations, they have it out for you, Jakes. Okay. The plan is, to keep us in captivity, to keep you dumbed down, thinking, believing in these different ideologies and Jesus Christ, putting your woman before everything, things of this world. There's a lot of distractions that's going on right now throughout the earth that, our people, we're not taking heed to what the prophets are speaking out there on the highways and byways and via the internet, through the videos, okay? Verse 2, and it reads, "He will keep the sayings of the renowned man, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also." Verse 3, "He will seek out the secrets of grave sentences and be conversant in dark parables." And those are the mysteries, the understanding of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and that was given to the prophets. Yahweh Shem Yahushua speaking to the prophets. Let's get we can get Hebrews. Let's get Hebrews 1:1. And it reads, "The Most High, who at sundry times in many in divers manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets." See? He spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets. That's how Yahweh Shem Yahushua gets his word across. It's through the prophets, the men of the Lord. And we're going to go ahead and grab Amos. Let's get Amos 3 in verse 7. And it reads, "Surely the Lord thy power will do nothing, but he revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets." You see? And this is what's happening right now, which they call today the prophets of doom. Yes, we preaching, the downfall of this country, America, aka Babylon the Great. All right. There's been so much bloodshed, rape, robbing, murder, unrighteous decrees, all kind of wickedness going throughout the earth because of Babylon the Great. All right. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Okay. So prophecy is a big part of, our deliverance and salvation. Lord willing, will those men and women. Okay. Let's get Ephesians. I'll go in here. Let's get Ephesians chapter 5. And it reads, this is Ephesians 5 and verse 14. And it reads, "Wherefore he said, Awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light." And that's, going out to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. You're walking within the congregation of the dead right now. You can get that in, I think, Proverbs chapter 21. You see, he's saying, awake out of sleep and rise from the dead, because you need this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, for these latter days and these times that we in right now. And let's get a precept to that, because this is what going to keep us, during those times. This is think it's probably in Jeremiah. Well, no, it's in Isaiah. Yep. This is Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6, and it reads, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure." And that's what's happening right now. Our people, uh, the wicked 2/3 of our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are fearing Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. You see? Because if you did, you would do what we just read in Ephesians 5 and 14. You will wake up out of the dead, you know, thinking that God love everybody. You're going to be equal to these other nations and these Edomites. Man, you in captivity, okay? And when these plagues starting to hit, begin to hit Babylon the Great, and Jacob's troubles start, you're going to need this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding in these times to come. And that start with knowing the right names. His name ain't Jesus Christ, it's Yahweh Shai. The Father name Yahweh, which means he is, he exists. Yahweh Shai, he saves, he delivers. Okay? And you're going to need this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding how to fear the Lord in that day. And, a lot of these camps, they're not pushing Yahweh Shai. And, how they people going off thinking the law can save them. Just because you kept the Sabbath to the best of your ability. You don't keep it perfect. Nobody has kept the Sabbath perfectly. We're not even in our own land. We still over here in captivity. They're just, we just be going off, but we want to, keep it to our best of our ability. The law, statutes, and commandments according to Judges 5 and 11. All right. Let's go back to Ephesians chapter 5. And we should be on verse 15. And I read 14 again. Ephesians 5 and 14, wherefore he said, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Hamashiach shall give thee light. Verse 15, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. You see that? Because when you wake up to this truth, to this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you have to walk in wisdom, wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. You have to watch. That's why this lesson is titled "Continue to Prophesy," because when you prophesy and you're watching. Verse 16, redeeming the time, see, because the days are evil. Verse 17, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And that's what the will of the Lord is to be watching and prophesying, to our people, the destruction and the downfall of Babylon the Great, and most important, repentance and turning to Yahweh Shai, having faith in Yahweh Shai, because, that was the whole importance of Yahweh Shai's death, burial, and resurrection, that we would have this grace time to get it right. And wake up and, try to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments to the best of our ability. All right. Putting down sin, Verse 18, and it reads, and be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit. Yeah, you don't want to be, confused with all of the philosophies and ideologies that's going on in the world. And the only way you're gonna have the spiritual discernment, and that only comes with you being filled with the Spirit, and how you're gonna be doing that. And it goes back to the first verse I mean, the first chapter, book and chapter that we went into was 2 Peter 1 and 10. You know, that's how you're going to be filled with the Spirit. Continue to, study to show thyself approved. You know, and let's get that one more time before we get out of here. All right, this is 2 Peter 1 and 10, and it reads, "Wherefore, rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, ye shall never fail." You see? And this is what we need to be doing, is continuing to fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah. And how you're going to do that is by diligently seeking him. You know, you're not going to know how to walk in the light or in wisdom if you're not keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, and not, listening to your teachers, your apostles, elders, on down, your leadership, how to be brotherly, being taught the correct doctrine. You have to push your Hawashai, that he's the reason why the chosen and elect would be delivered. That's in his name. All right. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And with that, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who have taught us this truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to the chosen and elect. Shalom.